So hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation and the kind of matching powder. I got them both from Boots about two and a half weeks ago, I guess. And they were actually on a £3 off deal when I got them, but I've just looked and that's finished now. But there's another deal I'm going to tell you about in a minute anyway. So this one retails in Boots for £7.99 and I guess Superdrug would be the same. And this powder is, as far as I know, exclusive to Boots and it's £6.99. But it's not, I say it's a powder, it's actually supposed to be a powder foundation, so when you open it up you have like your first layer and then there's a little mirror underneath and a little sponge thing. I would say this is more of a powder than a powder foundation. Yeah, I'll get onto the powder in a bit. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is the actual foundation itself. So as I mentioned, I've had it for a couple of weeks now. I've been wearing it quite a lot actually because just in general I quite like it. I think it's quite a good foundation. It does a good job. It has SPF 20. I got it in shade 100 Ivory, but I'm pretty sure there's a lighter shade. I said this in one of my other videos, in my Get Ready With Me video. I think there's a lighter shade. I think it's like Ivy Porcelain or Porcelain, something like that. Which is like a new shade for Rimmel. It's like a lighter shade. Now in terms of the shade itself, I have the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation in the same 100 Ivory. I think this one is a lot more yellowy toned, whereas I always say that the Rimmel one, the Wake Me Up one, is a little bit too pinky for me, so I don't wear it that often. I wear it kind of when I have a tan. This one is a really good match for me. I have got it on today. I haven't got a lot of it on today because I look really washed out again. I think there's something wrong with my camera. I've just not put it in the right mode or something probably. Yeah. Where was I saying? What was I even saying? It's a really good colour match for me. I mean, you can see it. It is. And I don't have an awful lot on because I didn't have much time this morning when I was getting ready, so I kind of rushed it and just put a little bit on in the key areas. But I've worn it like that, or I've worn it like full on foundation and it's like exactly the same. Both really comfortable, like really nice to wear. It's not like you can't feel cakey or anything. So I really like it in that aspect. I haven't tried out the SPF 20 because obviously it's the winter, but I guess it'll be kind of handy as we come into the more spring-summer months here in the UK. It says it has comfort serum, and I said in my last video I wasn't entirely sure what this was, and I did mean to look it up, but I didn't. So I'll just read what it says on the back. It says, full coverage foundation enriched with a comfort serum, instant perfect coverage that feels extra comfortable and lasts all day. Sweat, heat, humidity and transfer proof for up to 25 hours. Coverage that won't let you down. Is that tested so that it's good for your skin. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really good foundation for in the summer. It's great for the winter too. It doesn't dry out my skin too much. It's controlling my oil quite well. At the moment I haven't had too many breakouts. I've got like a couple but not a lot, and my skin isn't that oily, so I can't like say, oh yes, if you've got oily skin this will be perfect for you. Like, it's good for me, but it could be different for someone who has much more oily skin. My skin has kind of settled down lately and I think it's kind of found its more natural balance, I guess. Something like I have a top on. So I guess from that aspect, yeah, you probably want to ask someone who has got more oily skin. I know that they have like a nude version of this with the white cap and stuff, which is supposed to be like a lighter coverage, and I don't know if it was someone I'm friends with or whether it was like actually online I saw this, but apparently that one's supposed to be really good too. I'm interested in trying it out. I picked this one up not realising there was that one because I thought I was buying that one, if that makes sense. I wanted the more nude one because when I'd seen them together I was like, oh, that looks interesting, and I just forgot that there was one when I picked this up, so I was just like, oh, I'll buy this one, where I kind of wish I bought the other one. Because I've got quite a few foundations like this, but yeah. Generally, I really like this so far. It seems long lasting, as it says. It feels nice on the skin, good colour match, it blends really well, it has reasonably good shine control, it doesn't dry me out, I'm kind of trying to summarise, not repeating myself. And it really works well with the powder, which will lead me on to the powder. Yeah, so as I said, the powder £6.99, comes in a cute little packet, kind of a little bit bulky, a little bit clunky I guess. They could easily have only used that much packaging, but no, they had to put all this in as well, which is kind of irritating. Although I don't have anything like this. Now the reason I said earlier I don't really know if I would say it's a powder foundation is because although it's like in this kind of a set out, I still don't think it's like full coverage enough, and I kind of think that a powder foundation, like I've worn it by itself a few days and I just don't find that it covers enough as I need it to. It also states that it's waterproof and buildable coverage, but there isn't really much more you can do for it. Like once you put it on, I tried putting more on and it just looks a little bit powdery. Although I am not used to using powder foundations, I will admit that, and I keep dropping things. I got this actually in a shade lighter in 002 Soft Beige, just because I sometimes find that if I have a powder that's the same shade as the foundation, it can look a bit weird sometimes, like you want either one to be darker, one to be lighter. I don't know why, I picked up a darker one because the other powder I have is really pale, and so I wanted one that was a bit lighter. No, darker. But they go really well together. I don't see them, if anything, like when I open this up, I'd say they match better than if anything this one looks darker, but I think they match quite well. When they're on my skin you can't notice any difference in shade, so I don't know whether, I don't think they had the ivory, I think that was why I got this. But yeah. I do like them. I like it as a powder. Together they work wonderfully. Like they really set your foundation. It's not going to budge or anything. And I think they're quite reasonably priced. There is a deal on at the moment for 2 for £10 on Rimmel. However, this is not in it. So if maybe you and a friend wanted the foundation, then I guess 2 for £10 is a good deal because you'll save like £1.99. Also there is a primer to go with this range and I was tempted by it. It's also £6.99. However, I have so many primers that I don't use that I just did to the point, so you can try it out and look up some reviews, I guess. If anyone does think it's really good and works well with these, definitely leave a comment down below because I may have to try it out at some point, but I just didn't see the point in getting another primer. I was just like, I want the full set, but I know I won't use the full set. But no, I've definitely been reaching for these a lot lately. Both of them I'm giving a massive thumbs up, and I've actually been straying away from my Revlon Colour Stay and my Max Factor Face Finity All Day Flawless shebang because of this. So really, really highly recommend, whatever the word is. I haven't filmed in a while, you can tell. Highly recommend these two. They're a good pair and they're good on their own, so, well, good to set foundations, not by itself, but yeah. So I like these. Let me know how you get on with them, different skin types and stuff, and leave some comments down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Bye!